I'm Matthew Foster, and I am the director of the DragonCon Independent Short Film Festival and the Film Track. Grew up with film, nothing fancy, nothing, no brilliant moving things here. Simply anyone who grew up in Chicagoland in the '60s. It was funny when I went to college, and I just assumed that everyone grew up with Errol Flynn. That's a normal part of your day-to-day life. That Humphrey Bogart, you've seen all of his films, of course, which I had. In the pre-VHS days, a bunch of channels in Chicagoland which would show Bogart and all Errol Flynn's movies and all Michael Curtiz directed films and the 1950s British comedies with Guinness and Alistair Sim. So it's just the background to growing up, and once you get to college and studying physics but studying philosophy, and you start seeing all that and start putting the art in it to go with the entertainment, you get a little bit fanatical. DragonCon Film Festival has existed since DragonCon began, so we've always had something, but it was really a video contest, sort of low-level, almost gaming-type videos for years. And I talked with one of the senior directors who also is a film fanatic, and we thought, wouldn't it be neat if we could actually turn this into something significant? And around the same time I was going to Sundance and some of the other film festivals, and I found is sometimes you find things beautifully done, but they're all rather boring. That you're not having fun at those festivals, and the artistry sometimes is really lacking because one message is not all that meaningful if it's obvious to begin with. In the end, what I look for is simply good film. In that sense, we do short films. I do a few features, but primarily we do short films. And I suppose the one thing I don't look for, what I try to avoid, is day-to-day life. If someone's doing a film about something that I could go outside of my house and look around and see, which is something I see in a lot of festivals, then that's not what I want. So two people talking about their problems at the corner coffee house, that's not here. All of the great literature, the literature of which our civilization is founded on, is genre. Everything. The Greek plays, you have gods and heroes and monsters, and they're running around. Shakespeare. There's ghosts, and there's demons, and there's witches in everything. Anybody, if you have half a brain, should be able to walk out in the street and look at what's going on around you and figure things out. And if you can't, someone telling it to you by showing you normal life isn't going to do the trick. So you want to take a look at that life in a different way. So instead of saying urban life is tough and showing some people in an urban setting, we instead show some people dealing with demonic killers in a hell-like setting, and we keep the metaphors. It's a way of using metaphor to look at life, and I think it's what film is all about. Most of these films are dead ends. It's getting that way even in other areas. Again, in literature, short stories, no writer gets rich off short stories. Mm-hmm. You can't make a living off of it. You have to write novels. Why? I don't know. The great works, many of them are short stories. In film, you have to have features, or we have no real set-up way for anyone to make a living at it. And if you can't make a living at it, it's just going to die off. It's going to disappear. So short film, unfortunately, is primarily a calling card or a training area, which I think is horribly unfortunate. So I'm glad to do it here, because a lot of times with a festival, if you're showing a feature, there's plenty of ways to get that feature out to the public. They can make a DVD and sell it, and it'll go out there and be seen, or at least theoretically could be. But with the shorts, this is it. We have some absolutely wonderful things we're showing here. And Jacob and the Angels, beautiful film. Where are you going to see it outside of here and some similar festivals? You're not going to find it. on a DVD. You're not going to find it anyplace else. Unfortunately, the maker is never going to make a cent on it. I don't do this for the filmmakers. It's for the audience. But it's nice when the filmmaker can be there and be proud of his work in front of an audience. But good feeling. I guess I think short films are important, or they should be important. And this is a chance to kind of get those out there and get people to see them, and that's worthwhile. And I just hope more people will see them here or wherever they go.